Hello and welcome to our podcast. My name's Dan and I'm the assistant manager at Ripon City, or at least I'm one of them. This video today is going to be an introductory video. It's going to talk to you about the players and the staff. I'm going to give you an insight into the season of what we've been doing, how we've been playing in the games, and what to expect in the future from us all. So this is a brand new adventure for us all, really. We're starting a podcast. We're going to talk about anything and everything we can talk about. We're going to have players on. We're going to have staff on. We're going to have sponsors on. We're going to have the local community, see what we can bring into the podcast, and we'll see how it goes. So what we're hoping to bring to you in the future is we're hoping to do more vlogs where we'll be going from training to the match day. We'll be filming the games and hopefully bringing them to you, the highlights. We might add some commentary, it depends how confident I am in myself in doing the commentary. I would like to say that I used to be a one-take man, where when I was first started YouTube, I could do a YouTube video with no pauses, no breaks, no cutting, no editing. So far this has taken me about 50 takes, so we'll get there eventually, and I will probably be more confident when I'm practicing more commentary. That might come. So without further ado, I'll start introducing the players and the staff. We'll start at the very top with the first team manager in Malcolm. He's been with the team now for quite a while. He developed the lasses from such a young age and developed them into a senior team now. And he's done quite well with them. We're in the West Riding County Women's Football League Premier Division. Try saying that with a mouthful, but don't say it with a mouthful because that's just rude. Don't know where I'm going with this. Next, we have Tom, who is the other assistant manager. He's our fitness guru. The girls absolutely love him because he gets them going all the time. You know, he's running up and down. They're running box to box. So, yeah, they love him. They just love him. So moving on to myself. I'm also the assistant manager, as I've said. I've been focusing on the goalkeepers recently. So that's all going well. Myself and Tom are actually quite new to the team. We joined June last year. Which brings me on to our newest addition to the coaching team, our performance analysis, as we like to say, Anna. She watches the opposition team. She lets us know where we can make changes, where we can change things up, if we need to make a sub, if we need to move someone elsewhere into another position, if someone's being overrun on a certain side, change someone to that side to cope with the pace of someone. She's been really good with that, and it's good to have her on board. Now on to the players. We'll start off with Sonia. Sonia is our goalkeeper. She's been with us for a couple of years now, and she's done a great job there. She also brings a lot of experience to the team, which is what we need when we've got such a young player coming through in Izzy. She's 16 years old and she's recently joined us this season. She's been with us from the start of the season. However, she was 15, so we weren't able to play her until recently. She made a debut against Brayton Bells last week, and she put in a great performance, I have to say. Next, we've got Charlotte. Now, Charlotte is pacey. She can play at right back, centre back, and right midfield. But she's very versatile and she can play either wing. So she's great to have on the team. She's a good personality, as you'll find out later when I go through an interview I did with her yesterday. She's a great person to have on the team. Next up, we have Robin. Now, Robin's actually quite involved with both the men's team and the women's team. She takes photographs of the men's team. You'll have to check out her pictures. They're absolutely brilliant. You can find them on our website, which I'll put the link in the description below on YouTube. But she's absolutely brilliant. She plays right back and centre back, and yeah, you don't get much past her. She'll clatter you before you do that. Next up, we have Emma, or Hendo, as we all call her. She hates being called Emma, so we'll try and not call her that. She plays right back or centre back, whichever she feels more comfortable playing. She does the job. She puts in a shift. We can all be proud of Hendo. Next up, we have Emily. Emily is a left back, but she can also play at the wing back as well. She's also been played at left midfield before. But again, she's quite versatile, so she can play at right back, right midfield. She's a good personality to have in the team. She's very loud, which is great when you just need that sometimes, don't you? On to the next, we have our captain, Jess, or Jessie. She doesn't like being called Jessie, don't call her Jessie. Now she's quite versatile as well. We have a lot of versatile players in this team. She's currently playing at centre back, but she can play in midfield as well if needed. She's a great leader, and she has played at a higher level with York City as well, which is great to have that experience in the club. How are Jess? Next up, we've got Demi, who's playing at centre defensive midfield. She can also play as a centre back. We've played her there before in a back three. She's done a brilliant job there. She does a brilliant job in centre defensive midfielder. She mops everything up. She's great at disputing the ball. We also have Georgie, who plays on the wing. She's currently at university though, so she doesn't play for us every week. It's a shame that, because she's really good and we could use her every week because she knows where the goal is. She's not afraid to head the ball. She is just absolutely brilliant. We love to have her. Next up we have Faith, who plays in midfield. She also plays for Hull City, which is good to have that experience of a player playing at a higher level as well as playing for us. So it's great to have her in the team, and she does the job in midfield really well. Next we have a new player who's joined us recently. This is Liana, or Lee. She also plays in midfield, but we've also had her at left back or right back as well. She's done the job there as well. She's been absolutely brilliant since she's joined us, as have most of our new players that have joined us. Next up we have Lizzie. Lizzie is a centre attacking midfield. She's great on the ball, she's great off the ball. She's not afraid of making a challenge. She's great to have in the team because she's so bubbly, she's got a great personality, and she's definitely great for the team. Following that we have Beth. Now Beth is a paramedic. She plays in midfield and she's absolutely brilliant. She's not afraid to do any skill. She does love a 360 spin. Moving on now to Jess, who we do have two Jesses in the team, which can get quite confusing. Jess is our midfielder. She's joined us the same time as Liana and another one of our new players who I'll mention later. She's also been put at right back and left back, and she's done a great job there as well. It's great to have her on board. I'll go through an interview that I did with her yesterday as well. We'll talk about that later. Moving on next to Chloe. She is also a very versatile player. She can play on either wing, she can play in the middle, she can play as a striker, and she knows where the goal is definitely. She's also our top goal scorer currently. She's also a player that has played at a higher level. She did used to play for Doncaster Rovers. She was dual signed with us at the time, but decided to join us full time because she couldn't get game time at Doncaster because of the travel and training. It was quite difficult for her. Next we've got Leah. Now Leah joined us at the beginning of the season as one of our younger players. She did play a few games and she was coming good, but she decided that she wanted to drop back down to junior level. She's only young, she wants to get more experience, so hopefully she'll be back next season. We'll see how that goes. Next up we've got Louise. Now Louise is a striker. She's not afraid to go in for a challenge. She's also our experienced striker, which brings me on to these next two players. There's Tegan, who is a 16-year-old striker. She's started scoring some goals, so that's good to see her scoring. I keep trying to tell her to start celebrating like Cavani or Ronaldo, but she's too shy. That also brings me on to Kate, who started the season with us but is currently not playing at the moment because she started grown-up life and she's working now. So yeah, we're hoping to get her back soon. Maybe next season, we'll see. Following that, we do have Rachel, who is one of our new signings again. She plays on the wing. She's also grabbed a couple of goals this season already, which is very good for us. She's been brilliant so far, and I look forward to seeing more of what she can bring towards us. And that concludes the players that we have. So moving on, I'm going to talk about the season that has just gone. Sadly, it ended quite badly. It got voted null and void, which it's great now because we're doing this supplementary cup, which we're having such fun in. We've won 5 out of 5. We're currently topping the table, and it's looking good to reach the semi-finals. We've got 2 games left to play against Silsden and Wetherby, so there's them to look forward to. But last season, maybe it was quite good that the season didn't come to an end quite soon because we were struggling to get a win together, which we're not anymore, which is good. We just couldn't pick out the final ball, score the goals. We had a few issues that kind of went against us. We won't go into that, but things could have gone a lot better. But things are going better now, which is good. That's what we like. And all things go forward. That's great. Currently, our top goal scorer is Chloe. She scored 10 goals for us in this cup. She scores a lot more goals all season. Malcolm knows them. I haven't kept track of them. But for the supplementary cup, she has scored 10. Now behind them, we've got Tegan on 3 goals, Rachel on 3 goals, and Georgie on 3 goals. Lulazy and Faith are all on 2 goals, whilst Emmy scored 1. It was a free kick and it was brilliant. This is just the supplementary cup again. It's not for the whole season. We scored more goals than that. Players that might not have scored as many goals in this cup have obviously scored more goals further on in the season. The results so far: we played Ilkley, where Chloe scored 6. That was a 9-4 win to us. We also played Huddersfield Amateurs, where we won 7-2. We beat Harrogate Railway 4-0. We played Brayton Bells and won 3-2, and we also played Skipton at the weekend, where we won 3-2. So next month marks a year since I started my coaching career, and so far I can't have any complaints. It's been absolutely brilliant. We had an FA Cup game against Fackley, which we won on penalties, which was quite an experience. Seeing Sonia make the saves in goal for them penalties were absolutely amazing, and I couldn't have been happier. It was absolutely amazing to watch, and it was a great experience. Just, it's the FA Cup. It might not be the men's FA Cup, but the women's FA Cup, to me, it's the FA Cup. Just like the Women's Champions League is the Women's Champions League. It's the Champions League. Can't have any complaints with that. And it might not have gone quite as planned with the pandemic, but it's still been an experience. I've learned a lot. I feel more confident now. I feel more fitting in with the lasses. When I first started, I was a bit shy, but now, we all get along. It's all fine. It's all fun. We can all have a laugh now, and it's great. I love it. So throughout the season, I've been talking to the lasses after games and getting their opinion on the game and how they're settling in and how they're finding things. And recently, I've been doing it with some of the new players. So I spoke to Jess after the game yesterday, not Captain Jess, new Jess, and this is how it went. So I asked her, having joined us recently, how are you settling into the team? She replied saying, I think I've settled into the team well, creating new friendships and seeing familiar faces from when I played for Wetherby for a total of around 10 seasons. It's been really good to get back into training regularly and having games weekly to get back to match fitness, and continue to have a laugh with the team as well as the competitive aspect. I then asked, the team has had a couple of injuries at fullback which needed cover, which you slotted in well. How do you feel playing in that position? She replied saying, the first time I got put at left back the other week, I did feel out of my comfort zone, as I've never played this position in all the years that I've played football. With it being on my less favoured side, being a right-footed player as well, that didn't help. However, I do enjoy the position. Today, against Skipton, playing right back felt very comfortable and more natural. I felt like I was playing to my strengths a lot more. Having the option to make runs forward, if the game allows, is what I enjoy, and fitting in and learning a new role is exciting. Right back means my defensive capabilities can be developed and making decisions at the right time if under pressure, which is crucial. Being at right back as well allows you to have a different view of the game, which is useful with midfield players who may be congested in space, to give them the call to communicate where spaces went wide. After that, I asked her what her thoughts overall on the game were. She said, overall, I thought we played well as a team which has been consistent throughout this tournament. At times when we were dominating, being slightly more clinical would have been better for us given that goal difference, which would have made the last 10 or 15 minutes slightly less stressful. However, the team coped well with the final 10 minutes of pressure that Skipton applied, and more focus was on staying compact as opposed to attacking, which is what we are most used to. but also the compact element of the game should be remembered when the goal margin is tight. Words from Jess, absolutely great to have on board. It's nice to hear from her. Moving on to Charlotte's interview now. She was named as Malcolm's player of the match yesterday, which is very fair. She deserved that. Great performance put in, as always. So I said to her, firstly, congratulations on the manager's choice for player of the match. How do you rate your performance? She said, 10 out of 10. I smashed it, mate. She's Geordie, in case you didn't realise what that was. As always, the link-up play between yourself and Chloe is great to watch. Do you enjoy the role given to you? Her response was, well, the saying goes, you enjoy what you're good at, and I enjoy it. I then said, Silsden away next weekend, what are you expecting from the game? Quite simply put, she said, a win. She's got a great winning mentality, so it's great to hear this from her. Yeah, she's fantastic. Obviously, my accent didn't do any justice. I don't think she actually sounds like that, but, you know, it's worth to give it a go. So as I've mentioned before, we do have 2 games left in this supplementary cup, not including the semi-final and the final. In our group, we have Silsden away yet to play, and we've got Wetherby at home. We're looking forward to both games. Wetherby is going to be a great challenge, and so Silsden. I've never actually played against Silsden, or at least coached against them, so I don't know what they're like. So it'll be interesting to find out what happens there. We've played Wetherby before, and it was I think it was 3-3 in the league. It was a game that we probably should have won, but we didn't, sadly. So it'd be nice to put some wrongs right, and hopefully we'll win that game. But we'll have to see. And I'm going to end it there, I believe. I've probably gone on too long now. It probably sounds like hospital radio or drive time. But I hope you've enjoyed listening to what we've had to say. And I promise you it will get better in the future. It's not just going to be me rambling on, talking to myself, talking to whatever. We will get more people involved. And there's more to look forward to on the channel. So please do tune in and look forward to that. And I hope you will enjoy everything that we've got to bring for you as much as we're going to enjoy making it for you. It's an exciting project for us. Can't wait to get started with it all. And yeah, this podcast, I hope it can be weekly, if not bi-weekly. Next episode, I'm going to be speaking to Kate. I'm still trying to learn how to do podcasts, and she knows how to do it all. So she's going to help me through that in the second episode. So look forward to talking to Kate. She'll be interesting to talk to as she's just turned 17. She'll be talking about coming from the younger levels into the higher levels. So it'll be an interesting listen to. So I hope to see you for that. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. The links are everywhere. Don't forget to check out our website. It's Ripon City. I'll put in the links on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify, then we'll find a way to get you on there. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.